It was a very interesting deal. We were renewing a health insurance contract with another carrier, and then the price was really quite an increase. And so enter the chamber. Actually, the way they entered was we had negotiated a contract with another carrier and thought we had a good deal going, and for a variety of reasons that fell through. So we were looking at a renewal that was staring us right in the face, and we contacted the chamber, and they came in and within a very short period of time had us a quote that was very competitive. They basically poured our feet out of the fire and came in with a very competitive quote. And then when we renewed this last April, actually the renewal process was February and March, they were able to do something that is unheard of in this day and age. We had the same carrier, same coverage, premium went down. Very, very hard to believe, but they managed to do it with just a slight tweaking of our provider network. And so we're obviously very happy with the chamber right now. This year, the renewal price came in actually about around $3,500 a month cheaper. And again, that's amazing, particularly when you think you're budgeting for, maybe a 10% increase, and to come in with, basically it was around 11% decrease that we got. So yeah. In actual dollar figures, about $3,500 a month savings. It's almost disbelief. It is, because most people, if it's a good year, you can look at a 6 to 10% increase, but it's not unusual for 10 to 15% and even up to 20%. So it was an amazing thing. And as I said before, the most outstanding part of it is we've got the same coverage, the same carrier. Again, it just tweaked the provider network a little bit, but it affected none of the current providers that our people were seeing. Yes, they're very satisfied with it. As a matter of fact, our president of the company was down here a couple of months ago and went to do a little checkup on one of his satellite plants, and that's always one of the questions he asked, and he had no complaints whatsoever from our people about the health coverage. Mm-hmm. So it's really been a very positive experience. If you consider, I think the last figure I saw company-wide, the company's portion of the premiums paid was about $1 million. So you take a 15 to 20% increase in a company our size, that's a sizable chunk. So yes, in the pocketbook, it's very important to control, but also what you can offer to the people. As I said, we've got 80 people here. We're in a kind of semi-rural area, and health insurance is very important to them. So when you do get a huge price increase, the company's obviously going to absorb a hit there, but you also have to look at increasing deductibles, increasing the copay that the employees pay. So when you're doing something like what the chamber's done for us, we didn't have to do any of that. And so there's a monetary benefit, but there's a morale benefit to the people also. Mm-hmm. And then on the workers' comp, which we just went into, we went into the Missouri Chamber Fund under workers' comp, and we're going to experience there quite a savings too. We're estimating it between $15,000 and $25,000 savings on an annual basis, depending on what our claims experience might be. Obviously, the savings and the cost is always important, but the service you get is just outstanding. I'm really impressed with the ability to either pick up a phone, shoot off an email, and not sit and wait for 2 or 3 days to see if you get an answer. It's always been an immediate response. I would recommend that you're missing out if you don't at least take a look at it. Even in our case, frankly, we do look at other things. We have the last 2 years and everything, but the chamber has hands down been the best in terms of service and value. But you can't underestimate or overestimate what the service means. It saves so much time. Most companies our size, the personnel human resource office is usually a one-person operation, and it is a delight to have all the burden of chasing down claims problems and things like that taken off your shoulders. So it's well worth it in terms, as I said, both service and value.